It's very important to be with the people that you love. And when you're a Ukrainian refugee here, you can be alone. My name is Daria. I'm Ukrainian. I live here in Poland. I moved here 2 years ago because of the war, and since that I'm sitting here. Firstly, when the war started, we spent almost months in my hometown, Sumy. It's 20 kilometers till Russia border, so we decided to move to Poland.
The 24th of February of 2022, Russia invaded Ukraine. By the end of 2023, more than 6 million refugees from Ukraine fled to other countries due to the war, and more than 950,000 Ukrainians were living in Poland.
And it's easier to find your community here in Wrocław than in Lodz, for example, and Kraków, because of the amount of Ukrainians here. Christmas is very family. It's very important to be with the people that you love. And when you're a Ukrainian refugee here, you can be alone, totally alone, or just with, I don't know, some people that you just met last year, for example. And I think that holiday really helps to make new community, to create something new, because people just have to be together, and it's really helps.
My name is Lisa, and I am a head of Ukrainian Center for Culture and Development in Wrocław, Poland. The main idea is to help migrants to educate, to adapt, and to integrate with each other, with the whole society, with the rules of the country, with the whole idea of Poland.
The CUKR knows the importance of Christmas. The organization is full of activities to keep the festive spirit alive, like a Christmas market to raise funds for Ukraine, or an open discussion to talk about Ukrainian Christmas traditions. Remembering the country's culture no matter the distance, and preserving the warmth of a shared history. This is also one of the main priorities of the Multicultural Center in Krakow, creating as much of a Christmas atmosphere as possible.
You know, when you're far from home, it's always difficult, and we as a foundation, we do lots of things in order to support. For instance, we organized a gathering of gifts that we're gonna give to the Ukrainian kids that they're here in Poland, so to cheer them up.
Although the war between Ukraine and Russia escalated at the end of February 2022, the armed conflict began after the Revolution of Dignity in 2014. Ever since, Ukraine has made clear its desire to join the EU. But how could such an affiliation affect Poland economically? Ukraine's agricultural market is of great importance and could effectively compete with its neighbor country, especially due to its food production costs and prices.
From the economic point of view, if they join the Union, which is impossible, but let's say that there is a decision on the part of the Ukrainian Union, there is a decision on the part of Ukraine, borders are open, there is the free movement of ideas, people and goods. That would be a disaster for Poland and other countries producing food, because they have enormous production of wheat, rye, etc.
Having to build a new life in a foreign country, learning a new language and adapting to an unfamiliar culture can be truly challenging. However, Paulina Pilipiuk believes it might be easier for Ukrainians to adapt in Poland.
Ukrainians were part of our society for many years now. Also, like we are neighbors, we shared the history in the Soviet Union and so on. So it wasn't so difficult to help people to adapt. Of course, the numbers were much bigger than before, and that's what was challenging.
З центру попросити відійти, щоб ви могли розставити стільці. Потім можете ходити, де вам буде зручно.
For some time, it will be a home, so you have to integrate, because a lot of people struggling with that mental state that they're gonna come back, but they are living with that for almost 3 years now, and And it's very demoralizing, you know, that you're thinking you're gonna come back, but it's been 3 years. So you're like, maybe it's not gonna be like that. So you have to understand that for some time you have to be here. It has to be a home.
Talking about Ukraine is one of the most powerful ways to help the country's culture survive. That's why the CUKR organized an open discussion focused on Ukrainian Christmas traditions, reflecting on its history, literature, and traditional items. For example, the spikelets, that stand for fertility, unity, and gratitude. The discussion ended by sharing kutia, a Ukrainian ritual dish that created a sense of community in the center.
In Ukraine there's a war, a lot of people are dying, bombing every day. You have to keep that in your mind. You have to donate, volunteer, and talk about that. It's very important. It's the most important part. Talk about that with international people from other countries, with Polish people, with Ukrainians. Just not to forget.